Hi, my name is Jesse Rojas. I am a rising junior and I'll be graduating in 2027. I am a double majoring in electrical computer engineering as well as computer science. What are the difficulties that come with being a CS major? I'll say some of the difficulties that come with being a CS major is definitely there's a steep learning curve. There's a lot of concepts that are, I would say, are really difficult and they take a lot of time to develop. Another thing is, uh, I would say I specifically have a heavy workload. There's a lot of there's a lot of projects that they require a lot of time, and sometimes fixing a little bug could take uh, a couple hours, I would say. I've spent there's been some times I've spent most of my night just working on one project. I've even pulled an all-nighter before just to finish a project. Another thing, a huge challenge I would say is definitely imposter syndrome. It's super easy to feel like you don't belong, specifically in the computer science. I feel like there's a lot of differences between certain students. Some people are really good at things such as leak code or certain projects, and it just seems that for them, like things just click, while like for me, it might take me a good while, or I might need a lot more help to do something that might be quite easy for someone else. Also, there's a lot of people that I've seen that come in with a lot of coding experience, and I personally didn't really have any, which kind of made me feel like I didn't quite belong. And another big challenge I would say is definitely debugging, like I said before. Debugging is really it can be really frustrating. Sometimes a simple syntax mistake, such as a misplaced semicolon or a simple error in your spelling, could take you sometimes maybe even a couple hours just to find it, and the whole time you're thinking that it's something else. Uh, but in reality, it could be your syntax. Um, yeah. What experience are you getting to enter this field? So currently, I've done an internship last summer. It was mostly it was mainly cloud engineering, but I also had a little bit of security IT. I've also gone to career fairs here at my school. Um, I've also tried to join pre-professional clubs such as I joined this tech club where I'm trying to connect and network more with other computer science students who are basically going through the same things that I am, and they're going through the same classes, and this allows me to basically find help and just learn a lot of different perspectives when it comes to certain things. Um, there's also LinkedIn. I've tried to network with a lot of people that I know um, and past alumni. That way, I can try and gain some advice or other internship opportunities. Yeah. What math courses are you taking in your CS courses? Um, I don't quite understand the question. If we're just really talking about what math courses am I taking and are needed for my CS major, I have taken Calc 1, Calc 2, linear algebra. Um, I'm currently taking multi, but I'm not sure if that's needed for the CS major. And I will be taking differential equations. I also don't know if that's needed for the CS major. I don't think so. And I do know that I have to take probability, which is required for the CS major. I currently haven't not used a lot of math yet, but I do know that the upcoming courses that I'm gonna take this next semester, I will have to use I think mainly linear and probability. What university are you currently attending? I am currently attending Duke University. What advice would you give to aspiring students who would like to enter the software engineering courses? So honestly, I would say my biggest one would probably be start learning how to code early. There's a lot of beginner-friendly languages such as Python, Java, and there's a lot of free resources out there, such as Code Academy. Of course, there's Leak Code. There's even Neat Code, which can help you learn a little bit of those two languages. Um, but yeah, I feel like just having that head start or just learning those two or even just one of those languages could really help you a lot. Um, once you learn one language, it's kind of easier to apply what you learn to a different language. And from there on, you can just keep on building those skills up. Um, another piece of advice, I would say, definitely focus on like the problem solving process when it comes to projects. It's a really big thing that's, I would say, super helpful. Um, there's certain different processes that you can do in order to like ace a certain project that you have to do or a certain problem. I do know that things such as like leak code, there's patterns that you can recognize, and there's also the thinking process of like the way that you want to approach solving a problem. So, for instance, you want to do certain things first, or like get the simple things out the way, and then the little details. Um, But I do know that once you build your like I guess your problem solving process, you could really apply it to a lot of different problems, even if they're like different languages or like they're not that related. Um, but I do know that once you get this process down, it's a lot easier to do the rest of your projects from there on out. Another one is I would definitely say build projects outside the classroom. I think that's a big one specifically in college, uh, you might feel like you have a lot of pressure to, you know, um, have an internship starting your freshman summer or your sophomore summer. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with not getting an internship or not doing one your first summer. I know there's a lot of people who haven't done it and they were fine the rest of the like their school year is not something that's really necessary. Of course, it would be good if you did have one, but it's not necessary. It's not something that you should be beating yourself up over or stressing that much about. Um, building projects outside the classroom, it's really something that can, I guess, show recruiters that you can do things on your own, and that you're doing things on your own to learn things that aren't just basically in class. I know that, I was once told, specifically for career fairs here at Duke, if you put like I mean your class projects, um, like there's this one data structures and algorithms class that where we would do projects, and basically everyone at the Duke Career Fair had those projects on the resume. It wasn't anything that really allowed a lot of people to stand out because everyone else had them. So that's a good reason why building projects outside of class is really good. It can help you stand out and show recruiters that you're not just putting in the work in the class, you're also doing things, you're going the extra mile to, develop those skills and learn. Um, and I'd also say, learn version control, things such as Git, GitHub. They might seem like it's not that necessary, but there's a lot of companies that use these, and a lot of people don't really know how to use them. I still haven't fully learned how to use them, and I know some people that are easily able to have their GitHub super organized, and it makes them stand out to recruiters. Um, I'll say last but not least, I guess learn how to fail. Uh, you shouldn't always beat yourself up for it. You're gonna come across problems such as bugs, um, failed compiles, and just concepts that you can't, I mean, they take a while to learn. So I would say just learn how to deal with that and not get bummed out by one simple mistake. And yeah.